Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Kirtiwardhan Singh, Monday day BJP headquarter Kohima press conference loigina union budget opor kotha korise. Taibar budget aro itu kinega youth northeast aru grassroots development te lagibo itu opor jankari dise.
I know. Yeah, this Kohima is very good. Please keep it yourself one. A token of appreciation from Nagaland State BJP sir.
State BJP Secretary.
How you?
No, it will be like that. It will be like that.
Abdullah also asked for it, right?
This is
Ah, yes, it's how it is. And this is what very good.
traditional shape. All with traditional. Come, you can have picture together. Come for a picture together.
You can come this side.
One will come this way. Give me a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is very important that we have regional cooperations with like-minded countries, with like-minded governments, which helps us, our development, and also those countries' development. And that is what led us to form these foreign free trade agreements. You must have heard about the recent free trade agreement that India made with the European Union. And in the world, उसको कहते हैं कि it's a mother of all agreements. It is such a important, such a high impacting agreement कि उसको it is known as the mother of all agreements. And not only that, we have made several agreements with many other countries. In fact, we have made agreements, trade agreements with more than 40 countries. And USA also, आजकल it's very much in the news that we have reached agreement on the tariffs. And I know the question is going to be put up to me. Ki why 18%? Well, it is good to know that our tariff rates are lesser than all other competitive countries that that India faces. So Southeast Asia is 19%, Bangladesh is 19%, but ours is 18%. So what does that give us? These free trade agreements open up their market for our goods. And once we can sell our goods at a lower price than other countries, our goods will be bought more. That means that our manufacturers get more support. They can manufacture more, our industries can grow. And when that grows, our young people, our employment goes up. So that is the focus of making our manufacturing sector more competitive, more efficient, so that we can utilize the potential these free trade agreements give us. This is the kind of economic integration that we're aiming for. With Africa, with the Arab world, we recently had a delegation from the foreign ministers of all the Arab League nations. They also want to trade more with India. And why is everybody looking at India is the question? Because they have confidence in our economy. They have seen how this country is growing. They have a great respect for our workforce. And they know that we have the most economically competitive workforce. So that is the reason why all these countries, whether it's Australia, New Zealand, Japan has agreed to invest billions of dollars in our country. So all of these things are happening. And that is what this budget is about. There are a lot of people who are saying कि अरे there is no mention उसमें tax की बात नहीं की गई, ये नहीं किया गया. But I like to tell you that it is a very long-term budget. इसकी benefits बहुत साल तक होंगी. When Prime Minister Modi talks about Viksit Bharat 2047, this budget is the foundation stone for that Viksit Bharat. It will empower our youth, it will strengthen our industry, it will strengthen our manufacturing sector, it will generate employment. All these FTAs have one very important component in them. बहुत एक ज़रूरी component होता है, that is the Migration and Mobility Agreement. What is Migration and Mobility Agreement? That now young people who want to work in a certain field, who are either, have specialized in a certain trade, whether they're electricians, plumbers, automotive engineers, or you can talk about anything. Now, it will not be difficult for them to find employment in the European Union, Russia, or all these countries जिनके साथ हमारा free trade agreement हो रहा है. So, अगर हम nutshell में बात करें, ये जो budget है, it is more towards our युवा शक्ति, more towards our young people, more towards focus towards our generating employment. And this is what the budget about. इसके effects, इसके results आज नहीं मिलेंगे, कल नहीं मिलेंगे. But yes, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, you will see that it will help our manufacturing sector to grow, for everything. It will help our service sector to grow. आजकल यूरोपियन यूनियन में, वेस्ट में, एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है कि वहाँ की population aging है. The population figures are coming down as largely an aging population. They need care, they need health care, they need nurses, they need medical care, medical facilities. And this is where our young people, if they start getting trained, उनकी ट्रेनिंग होने लगेगी तो उन सबको यहाँ पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत सारी मिलेंगी. So coming back to it, this is to fulfill the aspiration of the youth by generating employment. But it's not only employment, it's also about generating entrepreneurship. How can our men, our young generation, our men and women, if they want to get self-employed, उनको कैसे employment generate हो सकता है? And this is so important in the Northeast. बिकॉज यहाँ पे भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट की जो ओपनिंग्स हैं या वो कम है या सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट का भी कम है, बट यहाँ पे देयर इज सो मच स्कोप इन जनरेटिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट थ्रू टूरिज्म, थ्रू एग्रो फॉरेस्ट्री, थ्रू ग्रोइंग योर ऑर्गेनिक फूड. वो होगा कैसे? ट्रेनिंग के साथ होगा, आपके स्किलिंग के साथ होगा, उसके लिए भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें अभी विल स्पेल इट आउट. सो let me go on it face to face and give you the basic outline of the budget. आपने अगर सीतारमन जी को सुना होगा, उन्होंने कहा था कि इसमें this budget is formed on the 3 pillars of our कर्तव्य. पहला कर्तव्य है to accelerate and sustain economic growth by enhancing productivity, enhancing competitiveness and building resilience with what is happening in the world. आज हम कह रहे हैं कि हमारा फार्मिंग सेक्टर खोल दो. We are not opening it, regardless of all rumors you might have heard. So things like that. So you have to be, and there's global competition. So जब तक हम लोग अपना sectors नहीं strong करेंगे, तब तक globally competition and we will not be, competitive with the other countries. वो अच्छी बात है कि और competitive economies से हम लोगों का ये rate कम रखा है tariff. But again, we still have to perform. We still have to deliver goods and quality goods. So the first is to accelerate and sustain economic growth. दूसरा है how to fulfill our people's aspirations and a young generation. We have the youngest population in mostly the entire world. And सबके aspirations हैं. Everybody in social media, they know what is happening in the world. Everybody is aware. लोग पढ़ लिख रहे भी रहे, people are getting educated, they're getting, different training. But how can we make them, a part of the India's growth story? How can we make them a part, inclusive part of the prosperity that, that our economic growth is bringing in? It can't be focused on only urban centers. जो अगर आज growth है, economic development है, और उससे जो पैसा आ रहा है, prosperity आ रही है, जब तक वो नीचे level तक, गांव के level तक, rural level तक नहीं जाएगा, तब तक India will not really progress. So this is about from global to rural. How can we make that link so that even our people in our villages can avail of the global opportunities that are presented by these free trade agreements? And there's a scheme for that also. The other is, like I said, inclusive growth. And we have to have, every region, every community, every family has to have access to the resources, amenities, and opportunities for their participation. So our pillars of growth are going to be sustaining economic growth, strengthening the foundation of growth, which are manufacturing industries, the skilling of the people, our workforce, and our young generation. किसी भी देश का, किसी भी नेशन का सबसे बड़ा एसेट, सबसे बड़ा रिसोर्स, it is not minerals, it is not oil, it is the people, the young generation. If we can, give our young generation the ability and the quality of education and skill and training, then our economy will go manifold. So that is also the thrust of the budget, to how to skill our people. So coming down to it, I'll break it up in parts. As far as manufacturing sector is concerned, how do we bring up our manufacturing? How do we encourage manufacturing? How do we make it better? Everybody knows that in this new age technology, semiconductors and rare earth minerals are the thing. Rare earth kyun? Because world is moving towards electric powered motorcycles, electric powered cars, and so many other things. And rare earths play a very important factor in the magnets, battery storage, all these things that are part of this new ecosystem that we have. So the semiconductor mission we have launched, and that is the future of of the world now. And like I mentioned, healthcare, so we have to bring up our pharma sector also. And there is an integrated program for textiles. We have a scheme for manufacturing containers, जो international shipping lines में use होता है. And there's a further stress on domestic manufacturing of high value and technology advanced construction equipment, infrastructure equipment. And how, I'll tell you later. Of course, we have to have a certain, how do you boost this? We have to have certain tax reforms in this sector. And that for that, capital goods क्या होते हैं? अगर आप ऑटोमोबाइल पार्ट बना रहे हैं एक्सपोर्ट के लिए, तो उस ऑटोमोबाइल पार्ट को बनाने के लिए सर्टेन रोबोट्स चाहिए होते हैं, सर्टेन मशीनरी चाहिए होती है, सर्टेन हाई प्रिसिशन टूल्स चाहिए होते हैं. वो कहाँ से आएंगे? वो बाहर से आते हैं. अगर जब तक वो सस्ता नहीं किया जाएगा, हमारा प्रोडक्शन नहीं सस्ता होगा, हमारी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं सस्ती होगी. So first of all, we have provided an income tax relief for 5 years, exemption for 5 years, for any non-resident who provides us capital goods and equipment for tooling. And we have also decided to develop 200 clusters of centers for where the industries were. जो पुरानी industries थी, आज वो due to various reasons, due to inefficiencies, due to old machinery, they are not working. So our government is going to revive 200 such clusters, so that the manufacturing starts again and employment happens again. There is an equity support of 10,000 crores for a small and medium scale enterprise, 10,000 crore equity support. Also, we have launched a new self-reliant India fund that was launched in 2021, and we have total another 2,000 crores this year. So जो हमारे छोटे industries हैं, manufacturing units हैं, they can avail of these loans, and they can become better in the manufacturing, they can scale up the operations, they can become more competitive and more quality conscious. Because if you talk about, India giving goods to the world, especially to the West and the European Union, or America for that matter, the first thing that we have to concentrate on is quality. अगर हमारे सामान क्वालिटी वाइज नहीं अच्छा हो तो कोई नहीं लेने वाला. सो दैट इज़ द थिंग. एंड इसके लिए हम लोग एक प्रोफेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन भी सेटअप कर रहे हैं. एंड लाइक आई सेड कि वी आर थिंकिंग कि अब नीचे जो छोटे टाउन्स हैं, कोहिमा है, दीमापुर है, यहाँ पे कैसे हमारे लोगों को कैसे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी. सो इसके लिए प्रोफेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन इन Tier 1 and Tier 3 towns, Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns, and to also encourage the industries there. There are many other incentives for industry, which is, I don't think इसको यहाँ भी कहने की ज़रूरत है. But the basic thrust of the budget क्या वो हमने आपको बता दिया. I've told you that. Coming back to the service sector, how do we train our young people to be, so that they can perform better in the service sector? So there's an Education to Employment and Enterprise Standing Committee. ये हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने बनाया है, Education to Employment and Enterprise, and that is the focus is to training our young people in the service sector. Health के लिए भी there are new institutions are being established which are called allied health professionals के लिए हमारे health professional आ जाएं, and the care ecosystem for developing a variety of programs to train 1.5 lakh people in essential care services like nursing. And this is what will take our economy forward. We are also making 5 hubs for medical tourism. 5 hubs so that बाहर से भी बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं, especially from the poor countries, to train here. So that is the main thing. And आपके Eastern region में एक National Institute of Design is being set up because that is also a very important part of the economy now. And going forward, education is also, without education you can't do anything. So 5 university townships will be set up in near major industrial and logistic corridors. So you have the universities there, वो बच्चों को वहीं education मिलेगी, वहीं हमारे industrial sectors हैं, and they can look for employment आस-पास में. The one very important factor which sounds small but it will have a lot of significance for our girls, whenever they go for higher education are in cities or tier 2, tier 1 towns, and there's a problem for their staying, for their security, kaise rehna hai, kya karna hai, paying guest yahan wahan, we all know that. So our government has decided to set up a girls' hostel for higher education in every district. Every district headquarters will have a girls' hostel for higher education. And again, we are also going to set up a National Institute of Hospitality. So where our children, our young people can learn of the hospitality sector, so that the tourism we are trying to develop, that is based on how good our hospitality sector is, and the essential training for that is going to be provided by this sector. The whole focus is on skilling our youth in various trades. Not just कि आपने MSc डिग्री ले ली, आपने ये डिग्री ले ली, उसका बाद घूम रहे कि क्या किया जाए. पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड्स में जो ये हमारे फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स हैं, इससे बहुत सारा हमारा सामान बाहर जाना है, बहुत सारे हमारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं. उस अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को अवेल करने के लिए जो हमारा यूथ है उसकी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, लेकिन हमारी यूथ को उस सेक्टर्स में ट्रेन होना है, तभी हम लोग अवेल कर पाएंगे. सो लाइक आई सेड, ये बजट का लॉन्ग टर्म फोकस है कि ये जो हमारी यंग जनरेशन है इनको अभी से स्किल कर दें, इनको ट्रेन कर दें. एंड वी कैन नाउ वी आर ऑन द सेंटर स्टेज, वी आर ऑन द ग्लोबल सेंटर स्टेज नाउ विद दीज फॉरेन ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स एंड इससे फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स. एंड इसकी अपॉर्चुनिटी, इसका जो पोटेंशियल है वो कैसे हम लोगों को फ़ायदा मिले, उसके लिए सारा काम हो रहा है. एंड ये पोटेंशियल और अपॉर्चुनिटी हमारी सरकार ये नहीं चाहती कि केवल जो हमारे मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज़ हैं, दिल्ली, बॉम्बे, चेन्नई, कलकत्ता, यहाँ तक ना सीमित हो. इट शुड पर्कुलेट डाउन, इट शुड रीच डाउन टू द विलेज लेवल, टू द रूरल लेवल. सो दैट इज़ द फोकस ऑफ दिस बजट. We are also setting up a National Institute of Hospitality, like I said, and tourism is a special focus. खास करके आपके नॉर्थ ईस्ट में टूरिज्म का बहुत स्कोप है. एंड देयर इज नाउ वी हैव अ स्कीम ऑफ ट्रेनिंग 10,000 गाइड्स इन द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट आइकॉनिक टूरिस्ट साइट्स. तो जहाँ पे हमारी बड़ी बड़ी टूरिस्ट साइट्स हैं वहाँ पे गाइड्स को ट्रेनिंग की फैसिलिटी होगी. आप लोगों को ताजुब होगा जान के कि स्टेट्स में जो टूरिस्ट गाइड होता है उसकी एक दिन की फ़ीस $500 से $1,000 होती है. आज का डॉलर करीब 97 कितना है? 95. दैट इज़ अ फीस दे चार्ज. हम लोग क्या गाइड्स मिलते हैं, आप जाइए कहीं भी, आगरा जाइए, ताजमहल जाइए, आपको बहुत सारे गाइड की भीड़ मिल जाएगी. बट द थिंग इज़ कि नाउ वी नीड ट्रेन गाइड्स एंड दैट इज़ 10,000 गाइड्स का जहाँ पे टूरिस्ट साइट्स हैं वहाँ पे. दिस डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी is another very important area. This is how people in villages, or young people who are even in villages, digitally they can connect with the world, with businesses, and they can be employed in that. So uske liye bhi program hai. And again, another very important program, it's a national program but has special significance in the Northeast, to develop ecologically sustainable mountain trails. And aapke yahan to trails hi trails hai. And now you need, to give these projects, कि यहाँ पे mountain trail develop होना है, all these projects, and to get funding for that. So वो develop हो. In Nagaland, I was talking to Sir here, and there's immense scope for this kind of tourism. There's immense scope for ecotourism. There's immense scope for, with ecotourism comes homestays, comes local restaurants, local people, local employment. But they will come once these trails are developed, these areas are developed. So इसके लिए भी यहाँ अलग से स्कीम है. And of course, bird watching trails, along with mountain trails. Bird watching trails have to be developed. So these are the things that matter to the rural areas, not just to the cities, not just to the big factories, not just to the big businessmen, but rural areas में कैसे वहाँ तक कैसे ये जो growth है उसको पहुँचाया जाए. How can we make the growth reach these far off places and make everybody a part of, as a beneficiary to the economic growth of a country. There is a separate scheme for the development of Buddhist circuit in the Northeast. It is specifically to develop Buddhist circuit in the Northeast. And that also will be a big employment generation sector for all our Northeastern states. हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी, it was पहले चीज़ जो है rare thing कि कोई center से दिल्ली से आता था. But our Prime Minister has made more than 70 visits in his time to the Northeast, more than 70 visits. And all us union ministers, we have to, every minister has to make a visit, every state has to have ministers visiting every 15 days. So that is the thrust and the focus the Northeast, Modi ji is giving to the Northeast. It is his belief that ye Ashtadevi, 8 goddesses of wealth and prosperity. That's what he calls the northeastern states. And and of course, we believe that until the Northeast progresses, the India will, the progress will be hampered. So the prosperity and the development of Northeast is very important to our government. And some of these schemes are specifically tailored for the Northeast. Of course, agriculture is a big sector. So we have a dedicated program for horticulture, for animal husbandry, and also support for high-value agriculture. Abhi, I was in one of your villages here, Java mein, and there, sir, I got to sample and eat. एक छोटा सा होता है वो pirula or perilla. And I was told that perilla oil has much more omega-3 oil than the fish capsules that people eat. The rest of the country doesn't know about it. We don't know. I got to know it now. So these are the kind of high-value agriculture that has to be supported, has to be encouraged, and this is what is going to help our smaller farmers and the villages. We also are developing. There's a special scheme to develop 500 reservoirs, and I hope आप यहाँ से भी नागालैंड से भी some project can come or some proposal can come to be, out of 500. I'm sure you can have, a few that can be led from here. The women-led groups are also being given importance, and to enable market linkage for these kind of products that are very specific products and एक region में ही मिलते हैं, उनको market linkages कैसे हो? I'd like to tell you that आपके यहाँ भी हर block पे you have blocks है ना, and वहाँ पे women की self-help groups होती हैं. In my district, I've linked up our women's self-help groups. I've given them a tag. क्या कहते हैं उसको? No, I know, but वो क्या कहते हैं that tag Arga, and I've linked them with Amazon. So now women's self-help groups, what they make in my district, and mine is also a very backward rural district. Now that is available on Amazon. You see? So and it is not difficult to do that. So things like these products that you do, such lovely shawls are, and such lovely these scarves are made here. They're so beautiful, and you should tie it up with Amazon, display it there, and then you can have a direct. This is what market linkage is all about. So the money and the profit comes to the manufacturing, the family or the people who are making it, rather than to the middleman of the shops. So these are the kind of things that need to be done. आपके यहाँ अगरवुड होता है, बिलीव इन द नॉर्थ ईस्ट. अगरवुड होता है,
हमारे यहाँ होता
आपके यहाँ होता है ना. सो उसके लिए भी दी स्पेशलिटी उसके लिए भी स्कीम है. हाउ टू साउथ में सैंडलवुड होता है, हाउ टू encourage the sandalwood cultivation, उनका पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट प्रोसेसिंग क्या सब होता है. आपके अगरवुड के लिए भी स्कीम है टू encourage this forest producers. So now the other thing is, एक बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ होती है कनेक्टिविटी. आप यहाँ बहुत कुछ बना लेंगे, लेकिन बाकी एरिया में अगर नहीं पहुँच पाएगा तो फिर आपका मार्केट बहुत छोटा रह जाता है. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू हैव डेडिकेटेड फ्रेट कॉरिडोर्स. आपका दिकुनी है यहाँ पे ईस्ट में टू सूरत इन द वेस्ट. So a lot of your products can go from east to west now and from west to east. And इसी तरह बहुत सारे जो आपके हाईवेज यहाँ बनी रहे हैं, there's a lot नागालैंड में जो हो रहा है उसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे. So this linkages and how this product can reach from one end of the country to other, वो भी एक बहुत important चीज़ है. Industrial corridors बनाए जाएंगे so that the industry can come up. So this is the main thing. Now if you want me to talk about Nagaland specifically, उसके बारे में कुछ बता देते हैं. आपके यहाँ पे जो नगर वन योजनाएं हैं उसमें भी काफ़ी सारे प्रपोजल आए हैं. नागालैंड has submitted more than 20 नगर वन योजनास, and a lot of आपके कोहिमा में 3 नगर वन्स have been approved, already approved, and there is a school nursery yojana which has been approved at a total cost of, which is not very big though. So these are the main things, main points, and for any sort of development, it is the financing that is most important. And one of the most important reasons why our economy is growing, because of the big reforms we did in the finance sector, in the banking sector, and also in the workers areas, where जो हमारे businesses थे, हमारे enterprises थे, industries थी, वो बहुत पुराने रूल्स थे जिससे वो आगे नहीं बढ़ पाते थे. So massive reform in these sectors have also caused the growth in our country. और overall picture अगर आप उसकी बात करें कि ये जो बजट है ये हमारे यूथ पे फोकस्ड है. It is taking to account जो तमाम सारे फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, उस फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट का भरपूर फ़ायदा, उसके पोटेंशियल को कैसे पूरी तरह से यूटिलाइज़ किया जाए, ये बजट उस पर फोकस्ड है. और बहुत दिनों से इस पर काम चल रहा था. फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स इतनी जल्दी नहीं हो जाती हैं. इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस, इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिप्लोमेटिक एफर्ट. That is how we have achieved all these FTAs with many countries, including US now. But what do these free trade agreements mean? That means that our goods will be now, we can sell our goods all over the world, जहाँ पे free trade agreements हैं. And this budget is focused to utilizing that potential by strengthening our manufacturing sector, strengthening our MSMEs, our medium and small scale enterprises, and skilling and training a youth so that they can get gainful employment in the sector, and also skilling and training a youth so that they can also become entrepreneurs. It's not just working, but also entrepreneurship, where young people can generate self-employment, they can set up small manufacturing hubs, and it is from global to rural, that this growth is not just limited to certain areas or pockets, but it is inclusive growth, where people in the villages can also avail of this opportunity by getting the right kind of education, by getting the right kind of training, by getting the right kind of skilling, and so that they can bring all that to the new sectors that are opening up. The health sector, the manufacturing sector, the services sector, the hospitality sector. अब ये सारे ऑप्शंस पहले भी थे, बहुत कम थे, अब ये बहुत बड़े पैमाने पे आ रहे हैं. फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट से हमारा डेडिकेटेड वर्कफोर्स, हमारे ट्रेन वर्कफोर्स, हमारी यूथ को अब बहुत सारी ओपनिंग्स मिलेंगी थ्रू द माइग्रेशन मोबिलिटी एग्रीमेंट्स दैट आर बीइंग साइंड. हमारे यूथ अब बाहर आसानी से जा सकेंगे. उनको वीज़ा की उतनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी है, agreement is a part of that, their employment will be secure outside, and that is the biggest channel of growth that our country is looking at. And ये जो बजट है उस पे फोकस करता है. अगला जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है of a developed nation by विकसित भारत by 2047, and Northeast is a very important factor in that growth, because सबसे ज़्यादा untapped potential आपके नॉर्थ ईस्ट में है. तो it is part of that. अभी आपने देखा होगा एक बहुत historic agreement ईस्ट नागा पीपल्स फ्रंट के साथ, what is that? FNTA के साथ हुआ है. FNTA is the governing body. Yes, the Frontier Naga Territorial Authority. That'll be the governing body, but the People's Organization, उसके साथ बहुत historic agreement हुआ है, and that'll be a very key player in the peace and prosperity and development of Nagaland. It is a very important agreement in the sense that a lot of autonomy has been given to the FNTA to govern these 6 districts, and 46 subjects will be with the FNTA. कि वो डिसाइड करेंगे उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट एंड सो मेनी अदर एरियाज कैसे होना है. उनका आपका FNTA का एक सेक्रेटरीट भी, मिनी सेक्रेटरीट विल बी फॉर्म्ड, दैट विल बी फंडेड बाय द होम डिपार्टमेंट, एंड every year a separate budget will be there for the development of these 6 districts, and the decision will be taken by the FNTA. So the decision will be more tailored for the growth of this region with the territorial organization representatives कि इस region में क्या क्या चाहिए, कैसा आना है, what is important there. It will be their decision. So we hope and we are sure, we are confident that it will lead to faster infrastructure development, it will lead to much faster economic growth of the country, of the region, and economic prosperity and empowerment of the people of those 6 districts. So I feel it's a historic achievement. This is and it will lead the way for more such agreements. Since 2019, our government has made 40 such agreements with the various states of the Northeast and with various community groups, with various organizations, 40 agreements. Why? Because we want Northeast to be an integral part of the India's growth story. And once these agreements are in place, then people can focus towards industry, towards growth, towards working, towards manufacturing, towards tourism. So these are very important. So I think, and I'd like to congratulate everyone, the government of Nagaland, and to the representatives of FNTA for having that very magnanimous view and reach this agreement. So that is all I have for just now. But I would ask our party workers to talk more about the budget and how the local people can benefit from it, and also to avail of the opportunities that exist now. आगे क्या क्या आप लोग कर सकते हैं, कैसा क्या हो सकता है, कहाँ पे क्या ट्रेनिंग मिल सकती है, किस लाइन पे डेवलप किया जाए, all these things are there, and that is what we are trying to do, and it is up to a young generation now to avail of these opportunities and go and take the country forward along with taking your future better and prosperous. Thank you very much. Any question? The press, please. आपके एक्सपेंशन की आप बात कर रहे हैं, अभी तो 4 न्यू इसमें रूट्स अभी इसको सैंक्शन हुए हैं. 4 new air routes have been operationalized. When you're talking about expansion, generally what I see is what size of airplanes can land. आप expand करने की बात कर रहे हैं तो जो छोटे एयरपोर्ट होते हैं जहाँ केवल छोटे कम सीट वाले पैसेंजर एयरक्राफ्ट लैंड होते हैं उससे दिक्कत होती है. आपके यहाँ तो यू ऑलरेडी हैविंग योर बोइंग्स. आई मीन आई रियली लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यहाँ पे तो बोइंग लैंड ही कर रहा है. तो expansion, say what is that you're looking at? If I can understand that, then maybe I can.
The government wants to extend it. The area is small, it's not big enough. The government wants to extend it. The area is occupied by the Asomekos
I need to understand this.
Yes. I would explain also, and so that sir can also understand. In the last cabinet meeting also, this issue of the expansion of the Dimapur airport, the lone airport in Dimapur, in Nagaland, was taken into consideration. What we have to know is that the issue of the Assam Rifles Training Center there, occupying airport land for this matter, is a matter remaining with the Airport Authority of India and the Home Department, Home Ministry, because it is the Airport Authority of India that has given the land on lease or on rent to the Assam Rifles. So on the civilian part, you must have seen a year ago when all the illegal people who had occupied it had been put out by the state government, by the DC Dimapur's initiative of the state government. So the state government under our Honorable Chief Minister and the cabinet has is continuing to remind the government of India, especially the Ministry of Home, with regards to the vacation of the Assam Rifle Training Center. Sir, they have been already allocated new land by the state government to shift the Assam Rifle Training Center from the airport authority land and shift that so that we can have a bigger international airport in Dimapur.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for putting up this.
No, so one second. So thank you for updating me, because I was wondering since the Boeings are already landing there, so I mean obviously then it's big enough. So what's the question? So if you want international flights, I suppose then it'll need to be expanded. And now that you brought it to my notice, and they've already given the
Yes,
land
the
has been
state
allotted.
government has already facilitated.
Okay. So, but if anything that needs to be done from the center, please let me know, and I'll carry it. I'll follow it up from the center.
Sir,
Thank you so much for the pertinent question, sir.
No, it is an important question. I need a scheme which will really help the farmers here. कि जो आपका agricultural produce है वो आप हर जगह पहुंचा सकेंगे at a much cheaper cost. I don't know why. यहाँ से हम आपको बताएं क्या क्या लेके जा रहे हैं. एक तो हम अपने लिए लेके आ रहे हैं. I'm also a farmer, by the way. Again, that perilla. Perula is a fruit found in Africa. You see, so I keep on getting confused. So perilla seeds हम लेके जा रहे हैं. I'm going to grow it in my area and see. And I'm taking some indigenous paddy varieties. Yes. And what really impressed me in Jao में, when I was visiting this, sir, कि वो बड़े-बड़े वो उसमें वो केन के the storage bins में आपका जो पुराना जो जीन्स है, जो पुराना आपका ट्रेडिशनल जो राइस की वैरायटीज है पैडी की, वो प्रिजर्व रखते हैं. एंड दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड आप व्हाट रियली आपको करना चाहिए, आपका मार्केटिंग, इफ यू कैन bring up your marketing, and ask the agriculture ministry to advertise this or whatever, तो आपका farmers को, छोटे farmers को बहुत फायदा मिल सकता है, because you have such very typical and very high economic value of farm produce, and that is an area that you should look at.
oh yes.
I have a question, sir.
Ji.
Firstly, a very warm welcome to you, to Nagaland. So, talking about free trades, we know that free trades opens a lot of markets, but it also increases competitiveness. So, how do you think that a small state like Nagaland and small businesses from Nagaland can compete with the cheaper foreign imports?
So, is the manufacturing sector, how does the manufacturing sector come up? And this whole budget is focused on upgrading and assist and supporting the manufacturing sector. So that is for the business and the industries to make use of these schemes which are there in the new budget, whether it is soft loans, whether it is capital, much lower, much cheaper capital goods now for the industries. And once the manufacturing sector comes up, that is how you will, you'll get the, you'll utilize this. अब आपके यहाँ local manufacturing में क्या है? That you have to see. What are the goods in Nagaland that can be, exported? Whether it is textile, whether it is organic foodstuffs, preserved foods. So these are that was for the local business and industry to see. But again, once you've decided कि हाँ ये product है हमारा, तो उसकी industry में वो जो machine आएंगी वो now they'll be cheaper. And the training for the workers, these various institutes and institutions that are mentioned in the budget, that is to gear up a youth so that they get employment. Competitiveness wants, you can only beat competitiveness on 2 points. One is cost, but the more important factor is quality. So it is the quality of the product that's going to decide, that is going to help in selling this. So these are the areas which the budget focuses on, helping the industries and strengthening the manufacturing sector through the budget, through loans, through so many other schemes that are there, and also providing training and skilling of a youth. And I said again, it's a long-term focus of the budget. You will not get the gains immediately, but yes, it is for the long-term growth of our country, and our country means everybody in it. But to put it very, your manufacturing sector is what is being supported through various financial schemes, and it is for that growth, industries and medium, small scale enterprises that can utilize this. So it's up to them to decide what sectors they want to grow in. A new program, it's a very ambitious and old program of Digital India, where we are trying to give connectivity, internet connectivity to each village. And I believe now almost every village is being connected, that infrastructure is being set up. It is almost set up, I think it's almost completed. So, but when you talk about social media, you're talking about phones, you're talking about data services, and access to the internet. So you'll be happy to know that we have the cheapest data services in the entire world. Hamara data India mein sabse sasta hai. And I'm sure the internet has penetrated to even the remotest parts. And that is how you can, that is going to be the use of this. The other thing is the various startups and the unicorns that this budget supports. And those will be the driving factors of getting employment from home, from rural areas. So it is the budget support to unicorns and to startups, and especially in this new technology, in the digital technology, in AI. This budget focuses on setting up institutions to train people in artificial intelligence, because that's the new future, that's the new technology that is shaping everybody around us. So there will be institutions for AI, for robotics, and AI again. It's more of software programming, which can be done from home. So that training you have to take. We have to train up people, young people, in these new digital technologies that are coming up, and that is changing very fast. So that is how you can. It's not just social media; it is all these aspects of digitization, of information technology, of digital technology. India has, our digital payments is more than the combined digital payment of US and China. You see, I think something close to 80 billion or something like that. But हमारा जो digital payment और UPI system है, हम लोग we are more than the combined US and China. So that is the area which we have focus on, and yes, and social media is part of that. So faster internet services, better internet services, and a training of our people in this new age technology is what we are looking at.